Some of them are scarcer than others, but as a whole, the set at auction generally would sell somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 as a set.
Okay.
Not even close. I think Antiques Roadshow is a great show, but this one was way, way, way off. If they were selling a set for anywhere near $1,000 or $2,000, I would grab it in a second. These coins have been selling for much, much more for a very long time, and today we're going to take a look at exactly how much they are selling for these days. For those that don't know, Power of the Force coins came in Power of the Force figures back in the 80s, around 1985. Within that offer, there were also mail-away coins, and a lot of employees kept them. And there were even a few employee pitch coins that never reached the hands of consumers. There were a few others packed in with the Ewoks and the droids figures. While many collectors grabbed these in the 80s and the 90s, collecting really didn't get going on these until the 2000s. And even back then, a set may have only cost around $5,000 to $6,000, which, even now sounds like a lot of money. But now check this out. Brian's Toys wants $45,000 for a complete set of Power of the Force coins. That would be an increase of 800% on the initial investment of $5,000 if it did indeed sell for $45,000. That's pretty good on a 20-year return. Let's take a closer look at some of the individual coins and prices. Today, this is a Luke Hoth coin. According to the book by Mark Bellomo, 10 years ago, it would go for about $100. As a collector, I realize that's really not that accurate. I would say it was going for at least $500, maybe $600 10 years ago. Still, an increase like that is pretty astounding. That would be more than 300% increase for that coin in just a 10-year period. Here's another one from Brian's Toys that sold recently. This is the Hoth Stormtroopers coin. This one was probably going for around the same thing as the Luke Hoth. That was probably going around $600-700 about 10 years ago. Bellomo had it listed for $250, but I feel like even that is probably a 2005 price, if not earlier. So $2,375 took this one home in a recent sale. Now on to the sail skiff coin. This one was once considered the rarest of the rare. I feel like more of these have popped up in recent years. So as you can see, the final price for this was just a little bit lower than the Hoth Stormtrooper and well below the Hoth Luke coin. That's really become probably the pinnacle of what people are searching for these days. But this one went for $1,800, which is quite the sum of money. Now here's another Brian's Toys sale. This one went for just over $1,700. It's the 2-1B medical droid. Now, a few years back, I feel like this one, wow, it's obviously rare. It's a Category 5 coin. This one definitely didn't seem nearly as expensive or quite as rare as, say, the Sail Skiff or the Hoth Stormtroopers or the Luke Hoth coin. So for this to be going kind of around the same range as the other ones seems surprising. So that's quite the increase on that coin. Here's another one that's made quite the jump in recent years. This is the Princess Leia original coin. This one sold for just under $1,700, and I've seen it go for higher as well. I think one of the prices may be up to $2,500. It's another Category 5 and is definitely sought after, and I don't see this one pop up that much. Here we are on the lower end of the kind of Category 5. This is FX7. It went for just over $1,200. This kind of feels like one of those low-key, hard-to-find ones. I don't see this one that much, but when I do see it, it doesn't go for nearly as much as the ones that I feel like are maybe easier to find. So it went for just over $1,200. Here we have a Boba Fett coin, and this is a Category 4 mail-away coin. This one, obviously trending higher, just like the others. A little over $1,000, $1,100. This is another one where I'm not sure why it's quite so high, but the allure of Boba Fett continues. That continues to drive the price, whether it's the figure, whether it's the coin, whether it's, a mint on card figure. Boba Fett always drives up a high price. And here we actually have a graded AFA 85, same coin that went for the exact same price. This is one that I feel I don't see that much, but to get it for $7.60, I would say it's a pretty good deal. Obviously, that's a lot of money for a piece of aluminum, circular aluminum, but $7.60 I feel like is well below what it could have sold for or has been selling for in recent months. That one seems to be hovering usually typically around the $1,000 mark, so that seems a little low for that. And here is proof of that good deal. Brian's Choice again sold same exact coin, went for nearly double the price, almost $1,400. So that's more where I'm thinking for this coin. Obviously would love to see them go down because I like collecting them, not so much for the price, although it's nice that they're worth a lot of money, but just to have them. I've always thought they were really cool. Here's one that's very interesting. This was obviously always categorized as a 5, this Luke Dagobah, but ever since I've been collecting them, this has been one of the more ubiquitous coins. I don't know if it was a Kenner employee that came out with a bunch of them and kind of flooded the market back in the early 2000s or what, but this I feel like would go for $50, maybe $75, $100 at peak. So to see it go for $7.35 feels really, really high for this coin. Here's another head scratcher for me. Obviously it didn't go for $5.50, but it probably didn't go that much below. This is a category 3, the TIE Fighter pilot. I mean, I feel like I definitely got mine for about 40 bucks. Granted, that was a long time ago, but that would be an exceptional spike in value. And I definitely have seen these go for much, much less. So I would hold out for a much lower price than whatever this one actually sold for, which was in the high hundreds. If you're just starting to collect coins, here's a good one to do it with. This is an A-Wing pilot. It only went for $10 plus shipping. That's about as low as you're going to get for these, I think. And this is a typical starter coin. It came with the last 17 figures, so it's definitely the most ubiquitous out there and easy to get. Kind of like the Luke Endor coin. Lastly, we have something that I had been watching and kind of thinking if I had the money, I would definitely get it. It would be a good investment. So these coins, I think they were listed at first for like $10,000 together. They're 2 Luke Skywalker prototype pitch coins. And what the pitch coins were, they were employee samples that they were kind of showing retailers, and this is what's going to be in the packaging, etc. They never actually ended up being this way, but these coins ended up with employees. Exactly how many there are, it's not clear. But I think I've heard anywhere from 20 to 30, maybe 40 of them that probably exist, maybe less. So these had been offered over a buy it now for about $8,000, but I never pulled the trigger on it, so I didn't end up doing it. I don't have the $8,000 to spend. I didn't take that offer, but someone obviously did, so they probably got them for maybe $8,000, maybe just under $9,000. Either way, is that a good deal? Maybe. Let's consider this. They are graded if you put any stock into that. And I actually looked up a site called Rebel Scum, had someone offering these same coins, 2 of them, back in 2005 for $1,000, like $1,100 and $1,200 a piece. So let's say about $1,000 a piece. So now if you were to have bought them back then, almost 20 years later, now they're going for about $8,000 combined. So that would have been an increase of about 300% for those 2 coins combined. So that's a pretty good return. So long term, all these coins really seem to be something that's good for investing and also enjoyable if you like collecting them. So it kind of has worked out for people who are into these kind of niche coins. Well, that's it for today. Like, subscribe, and send it to someone that you think might enjoy the video. All right, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.